lawyers discuss the communication challenges that business development and marketing professionals face when working for law firms. Lawyers are picky professionals, right? And I feel a little entitled to say this because I am one, a lawyer and a picky one when it comes to language. So sometimes lawyers get a little desperate when trying to explain to their business developers or marketing peers how they would like to see communications leave their offices. But you know what? If you think about it, lawyers, business developers, and marketers are actually targeting the exact same audience most of the time. Who are they targeting? Well, clients or potential clients. So what I want you to notice about this is that most of the rules should not be fair, right? Granted, yes, the lawyer writes a memo and the business development specialist writes a long LinkedIn post to attract people to read a wonderful essay that the lawyer wrote on negligence issues on behalf of government agencies. But they can both make the same mistakes, trust me. So what would be an alleged, right, challenge then? Well, the technical legal language. Why? Because legal documents and thus legal communications may require precise and technical language. If you do not have a legal background, this may be harder for you because you do not know the jargon. But let's take this myth down. Do you know who also doesn't have a legal background? Probably many of our readers, many of your potential clients. So you don't have to impress them by exaggerating legal jargon, just like lawyers shouldn't do it either. There are certain tips on how to approach technical legal terms, but the premise of this entire course is that your language should not differ from ordinary, well-written language. Style is more important. There is another challenge, right? Brand consistency. And this is a problem that lawyers face as well. Your documents, your communications are your brand. Do we all write in plain, straightforward language? Do we all avoid the passive voice because of how unapproachable it makes us look as a company? Do we all write emails avoiding surplus words and legal jargon? Documents and communications are like any other product in the market. Imagine receiving inconsistent taste of bread every time you go to the supermarket, right? And last, something that is actually different from lawyers. Lawyers, we write very boring stuff, right? It sounds terrible, but no one is super excited to read a loan agreement or an MOU, right? A memorandum of understanding. Let's be honest, but people read our documents because they have to, not because they want to. If a client is in trouble, right, and they need a legal memo, they're not having the most fun. But your situation is different. You are trying to engage readers and make them approach you even more. If there is a blog post, a newsletter, or a newsflash you're writing, make sure you do so with plain language, following plain English rules, in a clear fashion, in the active voice, with perfect grammar, avoiding surplus words, right? And so engaging that they have nothing left but to keep on reading, right? So we could stay here talking about challenges all day, but we go in depth on those throughout the entire course. So let's talk about language targeted to lawyers and why this also matters. So as I said, not only lawyers, but also the back office of the entire administration team are important in a law firm. So one of the most important reasons why targeted language is key is because we need an effective collaboration between all key players. And what I mean by this is not that you need to know how to quote every single statute, right, or every law. On the contrary, what you need to understand is the style of writing they have. Are they inclined to writing in plain, straightforward form? Are they avoiding lawyerisms, right, and writing their articles in the active voice? Do they need a fast action on your behalf? Do they need you to summarize a case they just won before the Supreme Court, right? So imagine someone reading a LinkedIn post summarizing a lawyer's article. If that LinkedIn post is written in a completely different style than the essay itself, would that be good? Nah, I don't think so, right? So style consistency among lawyers, business development, and marketing professionals should be one of your goals. This happens to me often when I read stuff that I'm engaging with as a lawyer. Sometimes I read the summary of an article, then I go ahead and read the entire article, and I go, wow, wonderful teamwork, right? I for sure know that the lawyer is not the one that summarized the entire thing, right? So one of my favorite parts of this entire course is learning the approach